This is my first week back to volume since my bike crash. And I'm really looking forward to it, although it's my last week at full volume before USAT Nationals because they are in less than 2 weeks. So I will have this week back up to volume, and then next week is a bit of a taper. But I'm getting pretty excited. I'm even more excited now that I can run and my knee is feeling okay. So thankfully that bike crash wasn't worse than it was. But today is actually an easy recovery day because if you saw last week's video, you know that yesterday was a big day for me out on the bike, and then I had a brick run afterwards. So today is just an easy recovery swim. Nothing spectacular today, just gonna get in the water and not really have a goal other than distance and going slow. And then after that, it's going to depend on the weather, actually, because we might get a thunderstorm today. But I might just take my dog for a walk if it's nice, like I did a couple weeks ago. Or if it's storming, I think I will try like some gentle yoga or mobility. I'm going to have to really take it a little cautious if I do yoga, just because I don't want to, do anything to my knee. So we'll see. Fingers crossed that it won't storm, or if it does, it stops in time that I can just take Rhiannon on a walk because she would really enjoy that. She hasn't been for a few days, and she's also really shedding a lot this time of year. And I mean, it's pretty late in the summer, but I brush her every day, and I feel like I brush like 2 dogs worth of hair worth 2 dogs off of her. I don't know whichever way you say that. And she's still shedding so much. I feel bad for her. She must be really hot. But speaking of that, the weather is supposed to be ideal this week, other than potential thunderstorms today, but highs are only in the mid 80s. And so that for me is going to be perfect. I'm excited. Like, I finally get to tell you all that the weather is going to be nice here. So with that being said, it'll probably only be for this week. I will see you at the pool. I actually didn't get any footage of me swimming this day, but I did get this clip of the pool after everyone had got out, so you could see where I swim at least 3 days a week. It's a local high school about 20 minutes away from me. And as you can see, there are only 6 lanes, so we often have to share a lane, but I really can't complain. This is a great place to swim and a great group of people that I swim with here. I also wanted to talk a little bit about my nutrition because I've been really trying lately to eat a little bit healthier. So this was my breakfast after the swim this day, and I made an omelet with some peppers and onions, and I ate some clementines and a protein coffee. I often have an iced coffee with chocolate protein, but I really struggle to cook things that are healthy. I just don't have time to cook. And so this was the best I could do for breakfast on this particular morning, but I really need some good meal prep ideas. So if you guys have any that are easy and quick that you could let me know in the comments, I would really appreciate it because oftentimes, I'll be honest, it's usually a bowl of cereal for me and a protein bar. I'm not a real big meat eater. I'm not technically vegetarian, but I just don't eat a lot of meat. So I have to get my protein from other sources. So it's mostly plant-based protein for me, or like eggs and Greek yogurt. So any good meal prep ideas along those lines, I would really appreciate it because not only are the protein bars digging into my budget, but I don't know how healthy it is to live on them. I bet I eat at least for a day. And so this is why I'm showing you that I'm doing the best I can here to actually eat real food. Good morning on Tuesday. It is lactate testing day, so I'm looking forward to it. It's been a while since I've even had a training session that was intense enough to test my lactate again. But that also means that I'll be riding my bike inside on the trainer today just for safe testing purposes. And it's always so much harder on the trainer. And this particular session is 5 by 8 minutes at 170 watts, which used to be my FTP. Now my FTP is 194, which, if you don't know what FTP is, it's your functional threshold power, and that's the amount of power you can generally put out on the bike for 20 minutes of all out effort. And for a female, 194 is nothing to sneeze at, but it's not pro level either. I would like to get it at least up to maybe around 220 or 225, but I have another year to really dial that in until I do a full Ironman. But anyways, 170 watts on the Quintana Roo outside would feel pretty easy, actually. I'm not sure if it's just the environment that I'm in and, just the bike I like better. But it's going to be a tough one today on the trainer. And I have another saddle sore, which is TMI, but I'm sitting on it right now. So that's why I'm bringing it up. It doesn't feel great. So it's not going to feel great during the ride today either. But so it's an hour and a half total, the session on the bike. And then after that, I just have upper body lifting, which doesn't seem like a lot today, actually. The rest of the week is pretty intense as far as volume goes. But today, just because the bike is such an intense session, that's why I just have the upper body lifting afterwards. So I'll bring you along for that, and I will see you on the bike to tell you how it's going. So I'm pedaling away, obviously, on the bike here, and I know it looks like this bike does not fit me very well, and that's because it doesn't. This is not my racing bike. This is just a road bike that I keep on the trainer so that I don't have to keep switching back and forth from the trainer to the road. And while that is easier, this bike is just not super comfortable. So that's not really ideal, especially in the wintertime when I'm going to have to be on it a lot. But it does get the job done. And I'll admit, I'm not great about cleaning the chain, and I sweat a lot. So the chain gets rusty often, and I'm always having to scrub it and clean it and then put bike lube or chain lube on the chain often. So I really don't want to do that to the chain on my triathlon bike. So again, that's why I keep this bike here. So I'm doing the best I can this day, but excuse me, I do know that my posture looks awful. And that is 75% the bike not fitting me well, and 25% my posture is just terrible all the time. I'm a swimmer, and so I have those rounded shoulders, and it's difficult for me to come out of that posture when I hop on the bike. So please be kind in the comments. This is not rage bait. I promise I'm not rage baiting you with how terrible my posture looks here. Good morning on Wednesday. I am not feeling super motivated this morning, and I don't know why, but we're going to get it done regardless, because just last week and the week before, I couldn't train as much as I wanted to, and I really wanted to, so I'm going to get it done. So this morning I have an aerobic swim, and then after that I have a 8 to 10 mile run, and usually I just pick the longer distance and that's what I'm going for, and that's what I do. But today I'm just not really sure because of my knee. It feels great. I don't have any pain. No pain when I'm walking, and I was able to run over 5 miles last weekend, so I think I can definitely do the 10, but I'm saying 8 to 10 because I'm giving myself a little grace if something were to come up that I need to stop sooner. So that's the plan for today. The plan is to get the 10 miles done, but the motivation is just not super high today. But I will see you at the pool, and that's a promise because I am going to get there. And it is Wednesday, so I don't know if I'll just film again from the parking lot because it's a super busy day at the pool. So I'm in the parking lot getting ready to head into the pool, and yeah, I think it's gonna be super busy today, so I probably won't film, but I will tell you how the swim went when I get home. And please wish me luck. Even though you won't see this till after it's done. Swim was good this morning. It went really well, actually. I had sections of 500s, and the woman that runs the swimming program was swimming in the lane next to me. She's obviously really good because she swims every day. And so I just tried to keep pace with her, and that helped a lot, actually. So I'm gonna have to try to make that happen like every session now. But I'm just getting ready to head out on the run. I'm gonna try for 10 miles today. It's 8 to 10, but we're gonna try for 10. The knee feels pretty good, so yeah, we'll see how it goes. This run started off pretty well because it wasn't really very hot out at the beginning. And I apologize for my water bottle bouncing around the way it is, or my soft flask that's super distracting. But if it makes you feel better, it was distracting me during the run as well. But it started off nice, and I got to about this point and started to really feel the heat. As you can see, I'm running in a place where there's just not very much shade, and I don't know why I do that other than there's not much traffic on these particular roads. So, did get the 10 miles in, so that made me feel pretty good. Um, and I'll be honest, it's running has just been a struggle for me lately in this heat. 10 miles are done. My heart rate was a little high because it's hot out, or it got hot out. It wasn't hot at the beginning, but I don't think I should do the strides because my knee, I could feel it at the beginning of the run. Like I talk about that pocket I feel behind my knee, I could feel that. So I think I'm not gonna do the strides just to be safe. But no pain, it's just like a weird feeling. But it went away after the first mile, actually a little before the first mile. It feels fine now, so I'm just gonna be cautious, not ruin my chances for nationals. But that's it for today. And I'm just gonna go eat and rest and see you tomorrow morning. Good morning on Thursday. We are heading to the pool this morning. And I'm a little tired, but that happens at this point in the week, so we're just gonna go get it done. And then after the pool, I have a 2.5 hour bike, which I'm planning to do outside, but it has, I believe, 3 by 20 minutes at 150 watts, which won't be very difficult outside, but would be very difficult inside. So, luckily, the weather is supposed to be nice today, so that's the plan. But yeah, I'm feeling it, and I'm a little sleepy this morning. But we'll see you at the pool. So we're at the pool, and again, I'm dawdling a little bit. That's my characteristic, I guess, is to dawdle before I get started. But yeah, this particular swim went better than the one before. I was able to kick a little bit more with my knee and get some good pushes off the wall without any pain. So that made me feel pretty good. And then after the swim on this day, I headed out on the bike, and it was another one of those days where it started off cool and it ended up warm. So, as you can see, I've got the gloves on, and those are heated gloves at the end of July. I I do have Raynaud's so bad, and so I've got the heated gloves on to begin the ride, even though the sun is shining and it looks absolutely gorgeous. But I am just pedaling away here. As you can see, I'm getting up to 25, 26 miles per hour and just feeling the freedom. There is nothing more freeing than getting on a bike and going up to almost 30 miles an hour on it. And again, here, I just want to show you, like, I complain so much about living out here in this rural area, but no traffic for these bike rides is such a blessing. I bet, again, on this day, I maybe ran into 3 cars this whole ride. So it's just really gorgeous out here. And on this particular day, there wasn't a whole lot of wind. So it was just a really nice day. And finally, I'm able to take the gloves off when I'm almost done with the ride. But, I can't complain. It's at least I have the heated gloves, and I was able to just throw them in the back pocket of my cycling jersey and continue on. But this was a great ride. I'm feeling so much more confident on my triathlon bike, and I just absolutely love this Quintana Roo. It's such a blessing to have this bike. Good morning on Friday. I'm really tired. I don't know why this always happens after a big workout day. Then I sleep awful. But today's an easy day, just a 7-mile run and lower body lifting. We'll see how that goes with my knee. But I'm in a little bit of a taper mode for nationals next weekend. So I'm sure I'll be tapering more next week. But yeah, today I get a bit of a break. So maybe I'll sleep a little better tonight, but I'll take you along today for the training. So I'm fueling up here for the day with my usual, I think, I can't even tell anymore, but I think it's a bagel. I'm not sure if it's a bagel or English muffin. And then I just wanted to show you, like, how much food I have that doesn't even fit in my pantry. This is really my life. That's how much I eat. So I'm headed out on the run. It was a warm one this day. If you can tell, my pace is a little bit slower. I was honestly taking it slower on purpose just to protect my knee. I didn't want anything to come up right before nationals. So I'm taking the run a little slower on purpose. But if you've been watching where my heart rate usually is with my pace, this is a little bit higher. My heart rate is a little bit higher than what it usually is at this pace, but it was a warm day. And, again, I will say, even though I hopped on the track here for a couple miles, it is, again, a blessing to live out here where there's just not a lot of traffic. 7 miles are done. Easy pace. And, yeah, just gonna go rest and eat a little bit, and then I might do core instead of lower body today. I don't know. I'll see how my knee is feeling. It was noticeable during that run, which isn't great. So, I don't know. It doesn't hurt, but I don't know. We'll see you later. And we've got some core exercises on the menu today. I did decide to switch it up and do core instead of lower body. Again, like I just said, I wanted to protect my knee. So Rhiannon and Stevie, those are my pets. They like to help with strength training and participate. So they are very involved. My dog, her limit outside for a run is 2 miles. So she doesn't often get to go outside and train with me. So both of them like to be right there when I'm doing my inside work. And someone tell me if I'm doing this Palloff press right. I don't really feel a lot when I do it. So good morning on Saturday. I don't know what is going on with my sleep lately, but it is not happening. So I'm a little tired. I have the Red Bull going, but this morning I'm going to hop on the bike on the trainer because it's raining, and I'm going to do my long ride today actually instead of tomorrow, just because my knee felt fine yesterday afternoon, but I just really want to protect it before next week at nationals. So I did have a 14-mile run on the schedule today, but I'm right now just holding off on that. I might do it tomorrow if I'm feeling okay, but I think, it's supposed to rain again tomorrow anyway, so I might just hop on the treadmill and just see how it feels. Maybe do a couple miles less. I don't know. That's still up in the air as far as tomorrow goes, but today is the long ride, and I will update you today, but I think I might know what the problem is as far as the trainer being so much harder, because this is a terrible thing. But I actually investigated closely my bike chain on the bike that's on the trainer yesterday, and it was super rusty. And I didn't think about that because it wasn't rusty when I put that bike on the trainer just like a month or two ago. But I do sweat a lot, and I think it started collecting a lot of like rust from the sweat on the chain, and like I don't really wipe it down every time like I should. I know a clean bike is a fast bike, but I didn't think that mattered on the trainer. So you live and learn, right? So I sat down yesterday and really scrubbed that chain until it was like squeaky clean, non-squeaky clean actually. And yeah, let it dry, and then I put bike lube on it, and it's running a lot smoother now. So I think that might help. We'll see today. Again, my posture, I am aware that it looks so terrible, but also, am I the only one that uses like a bathroom hand towel on the bike, on the trainer inside, or is everybody using like a really nice towel that matches and looks good with their bike? I feel like I might be the only one that just grabs whatever is available and throws it on the bike, and I don't care if it matches. But yeah, that's definitely a bathroom hand towel that I'm using. Good morning on Sunday. The plan for this weekend was a 12 to 14 mile run, which was supposed to be yesterday, but as you saw, I did the long bike ride instead. And I didn't end up doing the brick run just out of caution for my knee. But today, I don't think I'm going to try to do the full 12 to 14. I just want to be extra cautious. I don't want to do anything stupid with less than 1 week to go now until nationals. So I'm planning on getting on the treadmill for about 30 minutes, maybe 20 to 30 minutes, just to get the feel of the run, but not overdo it by any means. And then I'm going to hop on the bike again for about 2 or 2.5 hours. I haven't decided yet. You'll see when I get there, I guess. It'll be a big surprise. So I'll film that today and I will see you just over in the living room because it is storming today. So there will be no training outside because I also don't want to get struck by lightning with less than a week to go before nationals. And I know I have a lot of footage this week on the trainer, and the reason for that, again, like I said, is just to make sure that nothing happens right before nationals. You know, I was just in that bike crash a few weeks ago, and I don't want to go out on one of these easy rides and have anything happen. Like, I am almost to nationals. I don't want to get hurt and not be able to go. So, a lot of trainer rides this week. And another benefit of that is I can start them as early as I want to. So this is pretty early in the morning, whereas if I was riding outside, you know, I would have to wait until it got light out. So uh, I know I'll probably regret that this winter when I can't ride outside and I'm so tired of sitting on this bike in the dark. But for right now, it is what works. And, you know, hopefully after nationals, I'll be back outside for at least a few rides before the season ends. So that's it for this week. And next week, I'll be doing a bit of a taper, but I will film nationals next weekend. So you can look forward to that in the next episode. Thank you again so much for watching. I really appreciate each and every one of you. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It really helps my channel. And I will see you next week at USAT Nationals.